What's up, real ones? It's your host, Rueben. I don't dodge the tough questions, and I'm never afraid to speak the truth. If you're new here, welcome. We celebrate stories, unpack the hard stuff, and talk about the things that actually shape us. So take a breath and lean in. This is Getting Real. Getting Real. Getting Real. What's up, real ones? We are back with another episode, and I'm excited for today's episode because there's a lot of layers behind what I'd say being on camera or a content creator, or some call it an influencer. There's a lot of layers and a lot of work that goes behind it. I don't think that I'm in that realm, but I'm learning that with my job and what I'm doing here is kind of similar to that. So I felt it important to start off today's episode talking about real life versus on-screen life. And I think that we forget that I've touched on this in a couple episodes, that we forget that everyone is a human and everyone is going through certain things, and everyone has a daily life outside of the entertainment that we portray or that we give our followers or our fans, right? And it came to my mind because I was watching Sam Nahera on Bean and Cheesemeh before bringing this podcast to life. I was watching Call Her Daddy. I was watching Keke Palmer's show, and all the, I say a wide range because it's from a local level all the way to Keke Palmer's level, right? A-list celebrity. When I look at podcasts, I realize that even the host of the podcast starts to have to become part of the limelight, right? And I just am starting to experience, just in my day-to-day life, the severity, if you will, of putting it all out there. And I'm excited about today's episode because we are going to be able to kind of dig into that. But I just ask that those of you that are listening or watching on YouTube, that you walk with grace. And not only do you walk with grace, but you kind of lean into what we're talking about today, because we're gonna have a lot of fun. But again, I can't say it enough. I can't stress enough that everybody is human. And I hope that today you see that you have more in common with someone that you may have never thought you would have in common with. So without further ado, let's shoot it to one of our sponsors so we can get this episode going. This episode of Getting Real with Rueben is sponsored by Luis Guajardo with Mortgage Capital. He is a mortgage lender and he knows his stuff. So if you want killer rates, if you want someone who's going to understand you, more importantly, and the process, then you need to contact Luis Guajardo with Mortgage Capital. He is amazing. Thanks again, Luis. All right, so we can get today's episode started. I go way back in a weird way. I'm looking him now off camera here. I in a weird way because I can't remember the exact year, but someone who has been all over the United States, putting San Antonio, the South Side specifically, on the map, whether it be through his comedy, whether it be through his skits, whether it be through just his personality in general, his givebacks. There's a plethora of things that this man has contributed to our community. So I'll let him speak on it. So without further ado, Ajayy Rivas.
What's up?
I'm excited. I say we go way back because we're both from the South Side.
Yes.
Take me, before we dig in, because now for me, and saying that out loud, I'm like, how did we meet? Was it through Justin?
It was through Justin.
Okay,
through your cousin.
I always associate that, but I didn't know if I was making that up in my head. Justin is my cousin. So talk to me about AJ. I think that you've had a lot going on in the past, I'd say 2 years now. Like when
that's when really it started really took off.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's start fun and strong here. Let's talk about you just had a comedy show in San Antonio. When people see this, it'll have been maybe 2-3 months ago at this point. Was that always the end goal when AJ started?
That show specifically was actually my short-term goal of 2024. That short-term goal didn't start, it didn't go till 2025. But I honestly just didn't have ultimate goal.
You just kind of were going with the flow.
Going with the flow. I'm that type of person. I like to go with the flow. I don't like to be everybody needs to be having manage their time, of course. Right. But it's very easy for me to okay, if we don't get there at 2 o'clock, then it's okay.
It is what it is.
If it's not gonna happen today, it's gonna happen another day. So
well, because you're big on your faith, right? Like you have a huge. You're very faith based, which I've learned in following you. Has it been hard to stay on that? Because I would imagine with what you do, it's not very textbook religion, if you will, right?
Yeah. So my faith is something that I am very, public about.
Yeah.
I'm one of the leaders at, my church at Our Lady of the Angels for the young adult ministry. And, people in my parish, like, they know that I'm gay.
Yeah.
And I even came out to my priest personally before I let like
the world,
before I piss off a Guadalupana or like a next Columbus person and they tell the priest before me. But I just felt it was my truth that I needed to
it was on your heart.
my heart and stuff. And he's very supportive.
That's
very
awesome.
supportive.
Were you okay? So let's go back to AJ from when I met him.
That was Alex.
Oh yeah, Alex. That's true. Oh my God, I didn't realize that. Wow, I didn't. Well, you did a great job at rebranding yourself because that just slipped my mind. And it's okay. So take me back to Alex. You correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like I remember you worked at South Park Mall.
I did
at like a store, like it was kind of like
City.
a good store.
Yeah, the Urban
so
City.
Okay, so that Alex, this is before. I mean, this is before Instagram, TikTok, all the things. When did the I guess when did the bug bite you of like, oh wait, I think I want to be more than what I am? Because for us on the South Side, that's not a known thing. Like we're not taught that we can be bigger, right? We're just taught like kind of status quo. So when did the bug bite you to say like, I love this attention. I like to be someone and inspire people.
It was legit. I mean, fast forwarding from that time all the way to to 2019 before the pandemic.
Wow.
I was doing TikToks with my cousin and stuff like that. I know we're not trying to spiral that fast, but that's just where it started, and I was excited getting like 800 views, on a video and stuff like that. And it was like different random things that I was doing, little voiceovers and stuff like that. And I actually started doing Medea voice, like voice.
Of course you would.
And I don't know, I just really enjoyed the views, being able to express like some kind of art to people and people were appreciating it.
Do you think, okay, so when you think about before you had this like huge I'd say this peak that you're on, right? Like before you had this following, did you have an itch for it? Were you someone?
I did. I was working with this local DJ. His name was he's still alive. I'm like Jammin' J Javi. He was the DJ for KXCN. And for 5 years, I was his MC.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was Ajayy Rivas, aka the Party Starter. That was my nickname. Yeah. So I was like MCing weddings, clubs here and there with him, and quinces and stuff like that. Yeah. So, and then also too, like in the mornings at that time, I was working at Harlandale High School.
Yes, I do remember that.
And in the mornings on my way to to work.
Yeah.
It was a thing back then to be like tweeting like good morning.
Yeah.
Jammin' J Javi and Johnny Ramirez on KXN.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and they'll shout you out. So it was like every morning everybody knew Ajayy Rivas, the Party Starter, especially the Tejano
that
group,
industry,
that industry. So it started there, and like, people coming up to me at the weddings and quinces, like wanting to take pictures of me. I was like,
you're like, but then you're like, I kind of like it.
Yeah, it was like kind of cool. So I already honestly had that following before like the TikTok following,
which kind of helped a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
It helped. It definitely helped.
So, and talk to me about where you're from, because I mean, people know where I'm from, but you and I are from different places, even though we're from the same place.
Yeah.
Meaning like everyone immediately is quick to say like, oh, you're from the South Side, right? There's always that. There's always that connotation. But within the South Side,
like I don't claim Southwest.
You know what I mean, though? Like there's
that's
like
a whole
South
different
side,
breed.
it's like South Side,
and
but if
South
someone says like, oh, I'm from the Southeast Side, I grew up. I grew up part of my life in Southeast, but I even know that it's like, oh, you're not really from the South Side. Then like you don't know. You are from. You meet someone and you're like,
and the South Side, the Southeast is more. You're just East Side.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or like, and you can immediately pinpoint like, oh, you're from the Southeast Side, aren't you?
And
now
you
it's
tell,
more city based.
And you could tell by the culture.
Oh, for sure.
You go to like city based. I mean, even before city based was city based.
Yeah.
you can tell it was like, oh no, girl,
it was just like Goliad.
You the east side.
Yeah. So but then there's Southwest, which is different from South San.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
And we're speaking high school language here, so if you're not from San Antonio, you wouldn't know. But on that note, within the South Side, there's different parts of the South Side, and like even. Are you from on that side of military? Or are you on this side?
I am from both. No, you know what actually, I mean? Yeah, true. Because the other side of military, that's like the McCullum area,
and then there's the Harlandale
side. So I grew up. My family were from the Fitch.
Oh yeah.
In the which is what we call the Circle Hood.
So what part of Fitch? Like
Fitch and Huron.
See, I wish I knew streets. So my grandpa, my dad, all my tias and tios, everyone, they grew up in the house beat directly behind Leal Middle School.
Okay, so I'm Fitch. Okay, that's part of Fitch right there where the alley is.
Yes,
That's where we used to have fights.
Okay.
After school at Leal. So the little alley right there, you go. Okay, so you're more by 35.
Yeah.
We're right. Okay, this might be easier. So on South Cross, there's that that's that light right there where the washateria is. Not Zamora, the little. Okay, that street. That's Huron.
Oh, okay. So
Fitch and Huron right there. Okay. So you're just on the street.
Similar area. Yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now you talk about fights. I'm gonna call him Alex because it sounds like he's no longer around that part of your life, right? Like in the sense
he's there. He's there.
But like now you're just so comfortable in who you are now, right? So little Alex. You were a straight man for a minute, right?
Yeah.
I say straight because we know innately in our hearts and who we are.
Yeah.
So was your journey a rocky one? Was it something? Because I feel like
it was something that it was one of those things to where it's like, I mean, I know people knew that I was, but what I tell everyone, it's like it's more of how I felt for myself. For a long time, I honestly kind of forced myself to like girls.
Okay.
Just to
make everyone else happy.
Not to make everyone, to make everyone else happy, but for sure to be like, okay, I'm gonna be able to have a wife by the time I'm 30, have my own house, have two kids.
Got it. You were just trying to live that status quo life, right?
Like I'm gonna be able to have that.
Is it annoying? I had Jamie and Cassandra on here the other day, and we were talking about like some people in our community, like I'm calling the kettle black right now because I'm asking you about, how was it when you were coming out? Not that I don't like when people ask me that, but I've come to a point in my career, in my life, where I'm like, I'm so much more than that. Like, I'm tired of answering the question of like, how was your coming out? And like, because I'm very blatantly gay, right? Like it is, when you meet Rueben, there's no way around knowing that I am, right? So people want to know. They're curious, right?
Smell it.
Yeah. They're not used to seeing people like us, right? Yeah. I'm not comparing my stature anywhere near yours, but locally people start to recognize the name or recognize my name or whoever it is. And they immediately want to know your story. And part of your story is that, right? And so my follow-up question to that is, do you get tired of answering questions like that?
I honestly, I don't mind it just because, I feel like everybody has their time. And I feel like if I had someone like me speaking out of my experience on how long it took me to come out, and it wasn't so much even when I came out, there was a lot of my friends who didn't know because I was, sorry, babe. I was already cooking up with hooking up, with guys, and either they found out or they knew or, chismosas here and there, whatever, putting two together. Yeah. They aren't just best friends.
Yeah.
But the way I tell people when I came out was it wasn't for you, for everybody. It was finally the realization of for me to say that I'm gay.
Yeah.
Because when I first came out to my mom, I came out to her as bi.
Oh, that's a
yeah. So I can have the chance.
Yeah, just leave it there so you can make it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also because I don't want the stigma of me being, you're gay, whatever. But then it wasn't until I'm you know what, fuck it.
And this is recent, no?
Yeah, this was 2021 when I did that video with being a chica.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So for those of you that can't see behind the camera, AJ has a special guest in the studio today. And I was like, are you bringing anyone special? He's like, I'm gonna bring my boyfriend. So his boyfriend is right behind the camera, which is also a big deal for you, right? It's
really
it's different. I would imagine. But okay, so outside of your personal life, when who was born first? Jessica was not born before AJ, right? Or was it kind of both?
It was AJ. AJ was already there. AJ was already there, and because AJ, you know, was the MC and
but he still was just he was on one track.
AJ used, this sounds so like mentally crazy, right?
Yeah, it does. Probably it's like
but AJ used, for sure. AJ used, honestly, if it wasn't for Jessica, I wouldn't have been out.
Well, if it wasn't for Jessica, you wouldn't be out. If it wasn't for Jessica and your creativity behind that character, you would, not that you wouldn't, you would have found a way. But that was your shoe-in.
My like feeling like comfortable. Like,
You
know, and it wasn't so much of like me wanting to put on a wig and lipstick, right? But I think it was just like, you know, Tyler Perry still being a big influence. I love watching Martin, you know, so there's Shanae and so I've always enjoyed, you know, Mel's, you know, just, I know some people hate it, but it's not for everybody, right?
But
I just really enjoyed that type of comedy.
Are you an old, I feel like you're an old soul.
I am legit like I would call myself a very like old school person.
Because you love the 80s, 90s, like even not, I don't know, do they still call it techno music? But I feel like, you know, back in the day, like that's the vibe that you give. Yeah, okay. When you're on live and stuff and I see your lives, I hear the music you're playing and I'm
like all the way from like Lisa to like,
you're not like you're not, and maybe I'm wrong, but even you're not not that you don't like Beyonce and all the current artists, but like when you're driving in your car, your comfort music is that music.
Wow,
I never would have known that.
And even recently now the music I listen to is like a bunch of like remixes because I'm always trying to figure out what I'm gonna perform next. So like right now, like I like, you know, speaking of Beyonce, like there's a bunch of different like voguing like Beyonce mixes that I've been finding that I'm like, okay, when I perform again, I'm gonna do this one. Like
AJ, I'm going off track of what I wanted to talk about actually, but I'm so proud of you. Like in the sense of like I am no one to be proud of you because you have done many things that I will never probably see in my lifetime. But I'm proud of you in the sense of like you speaking so freely outside of the gay thing. I'm talking about more just like your career and like the trajectory that you've kind of found yourself in, which is what I want to talk about next because you started, correct me if I'm wrong, so jump in whenever. When you started your journey as this content creator influencer that you are, you were under the umbrella of like Bean and Cheeseman. That was y'all's crew for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Then it got to a point where like you, no offense, Sam, I know you're probably watching. We do chat, but you get to a point where in any organization you're in, you outgrow it, right? In the sense of
it wasn't so much that we outgrow it. I mean, I said we because it was me and Chona at that time, right? But I could speak for myself. Is at that time was legit our peak.
Yeah.
So I was like too focused on trying to continue to create my brand.
Right. That's why I'm asking.
And then so I was getting very, and Sam knows we're adults. We all talked about it. We're all good. We're good.
Don't try to start something.
I know, right? All the people. But it was just like I was finding myself doing so much for Being a Cheeseman, which I love Being a Cheeseman again.
Which is amazing. That's where you started.
And I had like no energy for AJ,
for yourself,
for Jessica,
and you were being pulled, I would imagine, in so many different directions.
Yeah.
So you had to make a decision of like, okay, hey, let me put Bean and Cheeseman on pause. I need to do what feels right for me and my brand, right? So then after that, talk to me about the whirlwind that it was, because I remember seeing it from afar and on the outside. Did you ever think to yourself like, what the hell am I doing? Was it scary for you, or was it, did you, like you said, were you just kind of going
I was like, I'm a very day by day kind of person. I'm like, look, if this is gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it's not, not. Like, I'm very like, as much faith based as that I live my life, I'm very like also like when you manifest something, I'm very that. Okay. So, for example, like recently, you know, I've met Jesse Borrego many times. He's from the Southside Harlando and everything, but I never really actually met him. And I don't want, not that I don't want people to stop doing it. Like, come out to me, y'all come out to me, take hi. If I'm eating, it's okay. Like, at the end of the day, like, if you view my stuff, you have helped me pay my bills at 1 month or several. So I'm not going to reject that. But obviously, if you see, if like, you know, I'm having a serious conversation with somebody, like,
or you're, it's a date or whatever. Like, no, read the room.
Yeah, read the room. My boyfriend says that to me all the time.
Oh, really?
I'm very like I'm not really good with like serious like moments. Like I always like
you always throw in like a fun jab or something.
Yeah.
Really?
And he's like, Rita Row. He's trying to be all like lovey dovey.
Yeah, he like pulls up a chair next to you now.
I was like, oh,
this is the real story.
Yeah.
Okay, so
my bad.
But no. So Jesse, what I go? So
so we were at this birthday celebration for my mom, and Jesse was there, like dancing with everybody. He's cool. He'll take pictures with anybody. My mom was like, "Go talk to him." I'm like, no, mom, like, chill. Yeah. Like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm okay. Hurry up, the way moms are. Just get up and go take pictures with him. And then I was like, no, mom, I'm okay. Like, in my head, I told her too, like, I'm gonna cross paths with him.
Yeah.
In the future, to where I don't have to wait in line to see him. Where I don't have to like.
He's gonna be my peer. Yeah,
exactly. And of course, typical mom. She goes up to Jesse. Oh, Jesse, can you take a picture of my son? I'm like,
no.
Oh my god! So I took my picture just for my mom.
Yeah.
And then my mom right away. Oh, he does comedy too, and then I'm like, mom. Like, I mean, she's proud,
yeah,
right? She's proud. But everything that I've worked for has been what I worked for.
Right.
I don't want to be selfish or anything, and saying that I don't want to be one of those products of, oh yeah, it was because of me.
Right. Or he's like in the shadow or the coattails.
I'm like, I can make it on my own. Like before, like I'm not trying to downplay Jesse either. I'm not saying that. But it's just an example of like
you have some pride in you.
I've always wanted to meet also Damien Chapa from Blood and Blood Out. Miklo. Yeah. Everybody knows Miklo. And a friend of mine, Lions Act. Not yet.
I was like,
not yet. Lions Act Productions from sorry, Marcus, but it's my friend Marcus. He gave me a call and he's like, "We're doing a movie. We're shooting in New Braunfels. It's me and Miklo. We're directing it. Me and Damien Chapa." And I was like, "Chapa as in like Miklo?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "For real?" He goes, "Yeah." Look, and he hands the phone to him. And I was like,
"Oh wow."
I was like, "Damn!" Like I don't know what I was doing as a kid. Watching Blood and Blood Out.
We all watched
but we all did, right? But man, this is someone who was on my screen that I'm like, man, that's like my Theo right there.
Yeah.
But to actually like get asked by him, like if I want to be an extra, but I'll not so much be an extra, but have some lines in the movie.
Yeah.
As I was
and he knew who you were.
Yes, exactly. And I don't know what my name was. I forgot what my name was, but I was the drag queen at the door, checking people in and stuff like that. And which is based in the 80s in New York.
Okay.
So I don't know when the movie's coming out, but I'm in that movie. But,
you're coming.
Yeah. But like having those moments like that, did a music video with Frankie J, did a music video with Zeus and Meronesio, which was at the Black Rifle like ranch that we shot it at. So being at all these places, I got there.
Yeah, like without anyone's help in the sense, right?
Yeah. And there's some help that I got like, I've partnered with Whataburger. Which is to me, I'm like, wow, it's crazy. Like I partnered with them. I did a video for them in drag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
would have never been in your bingo
exactly
card for the rest of your life.
Exactly. Thank you to being a cheese man. Sam's when they got me that. And then right now, like Bill Miller's, we're not partners yet, but Bill Miller sees me and they love me and they follow me back. I love them. They sent me a thank you card in the mail. Yeah, Bill Miller.
I see sometimes you post the Spurs. You did things
with
the Spurs.
I was a Spurs for the Spurs like for 3 seasons. And I don't know. There's just some place like that I got on my own.
Yeah,
they reached out to me.
Kind of just you being consistent and like showing your love, right? Yeah. Essentially.
And I wasn't doing it to get that.
No,
attention.
You were just being. That's what you like.
Yeah, for sure. And then like what got me was the biggest one ever was when I got invited by TikTok to go to the TikTok headquarters in New York, and it was like a TikTok. I forgot what it was called. But it was like a program that they were
like rolling out or something.
What was it? They were doing a collaboration with Sephora.
Oh, okay, cool.
So many different brands that Sephora sells. Many CEOs were there.
Oh, shit.
Owners of different products. We didn't know what it was.
Right,
we really didn't. We just thought it was Sephora. Like, oh, okay,
this is so cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was it was me and a good friend of mine that I met there, Calvin, who actually does his TikToks of like men men's health and mental health, and how men could keep clean too. He does he does everything for men. He's straight as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were talking about our skincare routine. And I was like, I have to do all the skincare before I put on my makeup. So the girl that was a lady in front of us who was like, turn around. She goes, oh, like, tell me more. And we're like telling her about like what I do for my skincare, what I do with my makeup, with different And then fast forwarding when they're like, okay, everybody, we need to break out into our sessions. If you have this color, go here. If you have this color, go there. And so that girl we were talking to goes downstairs and she sits at the table. I mean, at the chairs in the front. And they announced that she was one of the CEOs of the owners of Lion Pose, which is night serum and sunscreen that's sold at Sephora. And so that's how I got me telling her my story, like not knowing who I was, who she was. Being
honest.
I got that brand deal with Lion Pose. That's with Sephora.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to ask this though, like. Because you're from
I'm very bad. I'm sorry. I'm very bad at telling stories.
No. I have to ask this though. From where we're from, I have imposter syndrome all the time. I have imposter syndrome sitting here right now filming a show that has my name in it. Like I don't feel like I should be in some of the rooms that I'm in. That's just I think part of our culture a lot of times. No. We get through that and we get past it. But at any point, or were you at any of these events like, what the fuck am I doing here?
I was after like at the TikTok headquarters, like checking in, seeing my name in black and white, like being a guest there, and just
seeing other creators,
and also what it was is I'm a part of this thing called Casa TikTok.
Which is that's where you met Rueben and Alana.
Yes, that's how I met. Oh, yes.
What are the odds? I had known Rueben through real estate. Just we followed each other randomly on Instagram, and then I found out that y'all knew each other, and then they were coming down for your show, and I was like, anyway. But I'll let you say. So you went to Casa TikTok.
Casa TikTok, and that's just like how there was a bunch. There was Casa TikTok, Pride TikTok, and Black TikTok.
Okay,
so there were many different colors of people there.
That's really cool.
And that was just like one wow. Like
I mean, you were in the room with people you probably have followed.
Yes, and there was people who knew me, and I was like, okay, cool. Like
wow. Okay, talk to me. But I want to get fun before we get a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
Is there anyone, or what is the biggest memory you have of like in this journey? Like, is there someone that's followed you that you're like that you see that so and so is now following you, or they liked a video, or they commented?
Mayan Lopez.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh wow.
Mayan Lopez. She follows me, and she'll pop up on my like. Mayan Lopez liked your video you reposted.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, okay, cool. But then when I see Mayan Lopez liked your video, I was like,
don't those notifications fuck with you? Because you're like, and then it's like they liked a video that you liked, or like I'm like, that's funny.
But no, she likes my videos often, and like, I mean, for her following me, like, I feel like there was maybe a teeny tiny chance that I could have probably like been like one of the influencers, like on the Lopez versus Lopez.
Oh, really?
I felt it.
Yeah, felt like there was like in something inside of you. You were like almost there. Yeah.
Because like obviously I'm still good friends with Bryce and the Inky Boys.
Yeah. How is he doing? By the way,
they're pretty much. I mean, he's living the life. He's been wanting to play sports, so he's been.
How old is he now?
Shoot, 7.
Like he's
7,
grown.
8,
like he's getting
7.
to the age of like probably talking
7.
back.
Oh, he's been talking back, bro.
Wow.
No, but I still talk to his mom, Kim.
Yeah,
I still talk to her. We keep in touch.
And when's the last time you've traveled for work? Like I know you recently. I mean, it wasn't too long ago, right? What month was that?
Let's see. The last time I traveled for work, it wasn't LA. Actually, I haven't traveled really much. Besides Corpus, but that was a show I did recently.
I don't know why I feel like it must have been maybe the way that my brain works these days. Okay, so talk to me. I guess I want to dig in a little bit on kind of what we talked about off camera. Is the reason I brought the show to life finally was because I just felt that like if you get first off, I'm a real estate agent and no one wants to hear a podcast about real estate. Sorry about it. No offense to anyone that has one. I just feel for my circle, my people, they don't want to hear that. They want to hear from me, and they want to hear about the things that I'm interested, which are people like you. Yeah. And so I kind of want to talk about where you are right now, because I feel like going through this journey of, let's call it fame, right? For lack of better words, you went through this whole, like, you went through this whirlwind of like, whoa, Jessica, and AJ had to travel and he was everywhere. He was out with TikTok. Now you're to the point where you're now coasting, in the sense of like, you can take a deep breath because now you've built what you have, and you don't have to worry about truly impressing anyone, right? Like, you just are, your brand is what it is. What has been like the trial and tribulation through that, as far, whether it be mental health, whether it be relationship status, and I'm not talking about just romantically, I'm just speaking about friendships. And is there anything that has weighed on you and you've thought like, okay, this isn't for the weak, like this one instance is causing me to do this, or has it all been butterflies and rainbows?
I'm gonna be really real, because a lot of people think and expect like, oh, like, you know, you're on TikTok or you're this big creator, you know, you have all this money, and I'm like, I'm broke.
Yeah.
Like TLC in the 90s, I'm broke. No, but people need to stop. I mean, in this world, numbers do mean things.
Right.
They do.
Unfortunately.
But also too, I do want to, before I get all negative, the positive thing that I learned at the TikTok headquarters is that people from the official TikTok headquarters, and specifically Sephora, they told us like, just because you have 1 million, 200,000, 3,000, 100,000, 70,000, 50,000, 20,000, doesn't make you any better than everybody else. They say, this is coming from them, they say the people that have the most influence are the people with like 5,000 under.
Yeah, because they're more personable.
Yeah,
they're normal.
Yeah. So, if anybody wants to be on social media, remember that. Don't be down about yourself. But me, I took like a pause after my show. One, it was good all around, like emotions, but also bad in the sense of like, it's almost like, excuse my language, the only way I can like explain it is it's a mind fuck.
Yeah.
From being on a stage to people who come and see you and support you and love you
and know exactly who you are.
Yeah. And like, you're in this big auditorium, like the Empire Theater, like that was freaking dope. So going to a room at home to 4 walls,
like that contrast
it's
is
very like
different.
Now I see why Britney Spears fucking like shaved her head. I'm not saying about that level, but
right.
I mean, she like, and now I understand why like celebrities feel that way. I mean, I'm not that caliber, but I just, if I couldn't deal with it right now, or I didn't know how, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna slow down.
But you're referring to like that like you're up here and you're being upheld, and then within hours you're dropped down to reality.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like, do I really want this? And I'm not saying I don't want it, but then also too, I think I was too focused. Not that I focus on everyone else, but I think in this sense I was, because I was getting very discouraged with social media. Like, not for my own, but just social media in general.
Yeah.
Social media is ugly. Social media is annoying. People are wanting to be
someone they're not.
Viral. They want to be viral. That's all people want to do, is be viral.
AJ, hold on. I have to interrupt you. Okay. So I struggle with this, and I want to know your input.
Okay.
So for me, and man, I'm about to get real. So for me, I'll use real estate as an example, just so that I don't hurt anyone's feelings. When I see social media, I know for myself, a lot of my family and friends are like, you never like my stuff. For me, it's because social media I use it as a tool for my business. I don't get to scroll the way maybe you do, or you probably don't.
No,
same.
You
honestly. Know what I mean? But like a normal person, they scroll for entertainment. Now TikTok, I'm in the middle of the night. That's why I'm always popping on your lives, because that's where I'm decompressing and I'm just entertainment, right? Yeah. But like, I'm never scrolling on Instagram. I'm never scrolling on Facebook. But when I do, and you can probably attest to this, and I see creators, maybe they're real estate agents, maybe they're not, whoever, and I see they're getting 70, 80, 200, 300, I mean, thousands of views, millions, right? I feel bad for saying this, but I wake up every day, which is I think why I've always gravitated towards you, because I feel like you might have the same fire in you of like, I know I was born to do something. I don't know what that something is. I'm still trying to figure it out, as you can see. But like, this is what I thrive in and this is what I love to do. Then I see someone else doing something and I know it's not authentic and I know they're chasing views and I know they're doing all the things in the way that is not organic. It pisses me off to your point where you get you get so broken down because it's like, I'm doing everything the right way. I'm doing it from my heart. I'm doing it because I really love it. And because I'm not trying to be trendy or I'm not kissing ass or whatever the case, I'm not blowing up. So like, what are your thoughts on that? Do you still see that?
Yeah, no, I completely like feel you on that. Like, and a lot of people that'll be watching or commenting, you know, on this video, it's like, just worry about yourself. Who cares?
Right.
When you're in this spot,
you don't know what you know.
It is so hard. It's like me. Like, I'm not a football player. I did play football.
Yeah,
I did. But like, I'm not a football player. So it's like me telling, you know, my brother who did play football, it's okay. Just keep going. Just try it again. When you're in that moment, you're like, okay, I want to keep trying again. But then you also have, I know I'm not the only one when people are like, it's okay, it's cool, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And in your head in that moment, you're like,
shut the fuck up. Yeah. You don't know. Yeah. You're like, I want to slap you right now. Well, it's the same. And then it goes back to, like I was just saying too, like, it's like when we're watching a Dallas Cowboys game, or at least me, because I swear I love football now. But it's like, Dak, Dak, it's not that hard. Like, he needs to, and it's like, well, you don't know.
And I feel that all the time, all the damn straight guys. I mean, that's a whole different subject.
Yeah, they're like,
oh my God, come on.
How'd you miss that?
When they're like watching a fight, they're like, oh man, I would have fucking sucked him. Like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah, that's why you're sitting with a beer in your hand.
You're exactly in a beer belly.
But yeah, it's such a true statement. Now, on that note though, do you turn to other creators or friends? Because I would imagine now that you're in this circle, kind of like Alana and Rueben, that you're now, I would say y'all are friends. I would imagine.
Yeah, no, we are.
So
definitely.
Like that you form these small little pockets of friends, which I would imagine you lean on. Do you find yourself leaning on groups like that, or do you find yourself leaning on like parents and normal people?
I honestly, like, when it comes to the creative world, it helps me to lean on them, on my creative friends.
Yeah.
Because if I were to lean on, like, I don't like, for example, like when I'm getting together with my family, it cringes me sometimes. Like whenever they bring up my TikTok stuff, or like TikTok and I let TikTok. Sometimes it sounds a little like, okay, like you don't have to talk about TikTok while I'm here.
Right.
Or if it's like, maybe in my head, I get in my head to where maybe my family members saying that because they think I'm all better than them, or like a TikTok star or whatever. I'm like, I never said I was a TikTok star.
I go through that too.
Yeah.
But not because of TikTok, but more so like, I don't come around to family events a lot, but not because I don't want to. It's just that I'm very busy. So like on the weekends, I always have something planned. To your point, it's like when you do come around, I would imagine you come around often, but when if you aren't around for a minute and you come around, they're like, oh, it's because I only see all the stuff you post. Like you're just doing so much. And it's like, don't say it like that. Like, I'm not better than you. I'm not trying to be. You know what I mean?
And then whenever I do say that, they're like, she's my congeniality.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
You can't win.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
And
I'm not saying my family means it like that way, but I think I get in my own head like, I want to come to my family. I don't remember when I told my family I want to be here away from that shit.
Yeah, I'm here with you. This is my safe space.
Yeah. Same thing with my best friends. All my close friends, they will tell you, who the fuck is AJ? He ain't nobody, ain't shit. Fuck that. Like, fuck him. Blah, blah, blah. You know, people might be like, man, why do you have friends like that? No, those are the friends. They humble you. They humble the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sorry if y'all ever came to tell me, like, take a picture with me, and I have like some friends that look at me like, you
like they're ugly. Annoyed. Yeah.
My friends are very like visual with their faces.
Yeah.
But still come talk to me because that's them, not me.
Do you have you lost friends since becoming?
Oh, definitely. Okay. Definitely. Yes, because I am real big on surrounding yourselves with people. It's like, this is how I live my life. It's like, what is this person doing to my life? Are they adding? Are they taking away?
Yeah.
Is it mutual? Is it me giving more, or is it like, do I really need what they're giving me? You know what I mean? And I'm like, there's been some close best friends that I like.
They just dissolved away. Wow.
Do I know why? No. And do I want to ask why? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to know why, right? But then again, I'm like, life's too short to be kissing ass.
AJ, I was gonna. This is funny. I don't know. How long have you and your boyfriend been together? Or like, no. How long have y'all known each other?
A week? No, that's kidding. That's kidding. Legit, like not that long, like a month.
Okay. So it's been a couple months.
We met the July 16th.
Okay.
July 16th.
So then this may be news to you, but like I think that's also why I like you, because you're not trying to. You were in the most respectful way I can possibly say it, because I'm from there. Is you were tried and true a Southsider, and you're not trying to. You're not trying to be someone you're not. You're not trying to like be AJ like on camera, and then when the camera turns off, you're like,
I'm over here,
you know what I mean?
Right now, just like
no, but you know what I mean,
and
that's the difference. I think that you're one of the pioneers, and I'm speaking on a larger scale as well as our local scale, because if you think about it, when I was talking to Dom, my producer, about who do I want on the podcast, I'm obviously wanting people of higher caliber or have a platform like yours. But I also want people that are the little people in the world that don't have any type of platform, but need their story to be heard.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's important to me that to have you on, because there are far and few between people like you in our community. I mean, besides you, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. It's you. I mean, maybe not of they're in their different realms, but like Hunty Source is doing his thing, right? Mm-hmm. Then you have, on a more local level, you have Gabby with Siempre San Antonio. She's doing her thing. But then on another route, you have Georges doing her thing, right? So, but there's not many more. And I apologize if I'm missing some of them. I know there's more, but like there aren't as many that we see getting, flown out to be at a TikTok event.
Yeah, and nothing's wrong with that. I know there were times where people were like, well, how come AJ's getting recognized, not nobody else? And they like tag other creators, and I'm like,
you're like, I didn't choose to be recognized.
Like, yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Like, sorry, not sorry. But if I have an opportunity, I'm going to take it.
Absolutely.
Now, the one thing about San Antonio creators, and this is why I'm going to give
this is going to be on the essay current, probably.
Y'all want to entertainment? The one thing about San Antonio influencers and content creators, whatever you want to label yourself, it's sad that here everybody wants to be on the top.
Okay. But
not everybody. There's room for everybody on top. Absolutely. But everybody wants to be on top of the top.
And they want to stomp on everyone else down. Is that what? Like, do you? Obviously you've experienced that. Like, is that just kind of like a cult? That's just always been the culture, or is that something recent?
I think that's a culture, because if we're gonna go into talking about, and I'm from San Antonio, I love San Antonio, so it is what it is, because we sit in our own Hispanic families. Yeah. Hi, mijo, I've been working here for 50 years, and we've been doing it like that for a long time. Okay, well, 50 years was 50 years ago. Sorry, Tio. Sorry, Tia. Sorry.
Times are changing.
Time are changing. And it's like we're so focused on what we're raised. So think about it. Me as a Southsider, it took me a long time to get out of the Southside. Yeah. And I'm trying to bring my mom out. I'm like, Mom, there's more to the Southside. There's more to San Antonio than just the Southside.
The Quarry. It's like real.
That's too far for my mom.
My
the Quarry.
Parents, they'll go to the Quarry, but that's far.
Yeah. So and for a long time, it was hard for me to like travel out the Southside. It wasn't until I went to LA.
Okay.
You start traveling, your mind will expand.
Yeah.
And I just feel like going back onto the whole creator thing here, it's like San Antonio is a big city, small town mindset. And to where it's like, to where I can go to LA again and be like, oh, must be nice to go to LA. It must be nice, Mr. Hollywood. I'm like, go to Hollywood. It's
there's hobos everywhere.
You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is that I don't understand why everyone wants to be on top of everyone.
And when you say that, and again, I don't want to pressure you and say names or anything like that, but I guess my question is, do you run across it when it's like, let's just say there, because I doubt there's many I doubt there's like premieres in San Antonio where all the content creator or influencers are, or do you find it more on behind the keyboard, on the phone, on the apps? You're realizing that maybe they're not promoting, or they don't follow you, or they don't like you, or is it kind of chatter within the community? Like, where do you see the biggest issue at? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, let me tell you, San Antonio's biggest issue is whenever everybody's up for, what is it called?
Award or something.
On the award, or the
like
best
the
podcast, the best essay current. That is like, well, I don't follow her. And then you have everybody Stiaz and Theo's wife. I think this foodie's better. Or I think this influencer, she's not even funny.
Yeah.
She's not the best comedian.
How did they get on
He's
the
not
final
the best
list?
comedian.
Yeah.
Like, that's when it like, that's when everyone shows out. Like, I've been on the list on and off for the past 4 years as influencer, comedian, whatever. They've been changing the
They have millions of categories.
I've been on there. People are like, "Hey, you're on there." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Cool, appreciate it." Like,
I mean, I've experienced that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't need an award to tell me. And this time, other people might say, "Well, maybe because he didn't win, he's pissed off." He's pissed off. I got my own like shit I gotta worry about.
Fun fact, when you get named like SA Current's best whatever, AJ knows this, I've experienced it. You ain't winning nothing. You're just getting a name in a magazine, which again, shout out to SA Current. We love you.
Yes, for sure. Because if I win one year, I'll be like, hey.
Hell yeah. Whenever I'm nominated, I'm posting like, y'all better vote for me.
No,
right?
for
like,
sure. Yeah.
But at the same time, if you don't, nothing happens. Literally, the next day comes and everyone forgets about the SA Current top, whatever it is. And now we're keeping it pushing with our daily lives, right?
And that's just one. But
yeah, of course. There's like all of them, right? I think like the Brit Sis Awards.
I love Brit Sis Awards.
Theirs are
I will forever support the Brit Sis Awards. Shout out to Augie Spears. Shout out to Tony Andrews. Shout out to Pegasus, who's been hosting it. And I believe the Heat in the past have hosted it. I will, because I just feel like with the Brit Sis Awards,
they're most inclusive, but
like, yeah. And like, for example, with me and Jose Nawan, shout out to Jose Nawan, me and him were like nominated for the same things. Yeah. But we wrote it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's cool.
You know what I mean? Like, we did that. We even did a video. That's how it should be. Yeah. Like, you know, and they were really, I think I remember people were like, well, I think AJ's funnier, or I think Jose's funnier. Well, AJ does this more and Jose does this more. Like, people, little comments here and there, which didn't matter. You know, we're trying to like put us against each other.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that was even an issue. That even Jose was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Jose was like very like whatever. But no, we did content at Pegasus. Like, we were acting like, you know, like congeniality pageant. Like, if we're like a pageant girl, whatever. Yeah. You know, pushing each other and whatever. But it was for the fun. It was cool. We're nominated for several things together.
So it sounds like, to go back to like why you took the break, or why you've been on a break, if you will. And when you say break, let me define that. When you say break, like, are you not posting? Are you posting just less? Are you not on live?
I'm posting less. I'm not really on live. Okay. I'm posting here and there.
Okay.
Like, I was the video I did with Bill Miller's the Selena a voiceover. It was one of our dates at the Bill Miller's. He's the one that recorded me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like, I posted it just because I'm like,
well, it's funny and it's
whatever.
Love. Yeah.
But right now, like, strategically posting, no. Like,
so then that brings me to think that, like, because it sounds like everything you're saying. Welcome to my your therapist session. But what it sounds like, it's just been a lot of daunting things that is just like, it starts to feel heavy. And so you need a break to say like, okay, let me come back to reality. Yeah. Because this content creator, influencer, local celebrity life, it can't be every day, 24/7, all the time, because then your personal life kind of diminishes in a sense, right?
For sure.
So with that being said, I kind of want to, pivot a little bit and talk to me about what is in the future, right? Like, do you see AJ or Alec? Do you see Alec coming back, or do you see the Ajayy Rivas brand continuing to grow in the sense of where it is now? Or are there things maybe down the line, which you don't have to disclose, but are there things down the line that you're like, I know that that's an option or it's an opportunity, and I'm just waiting to jump on it because TikTok and Instagram and social may not be the realm moving forward?
I really want to jump over to the YouTube thing. And okay. I know everyone's like, well, just do it, just start it. And I'm like, well, it's kind of easier said than done. But I really want to get into the whole like comedy, SNL, like things like that. Like, I want to be able to do.
Have you tried like maybe like starting? I mean, you give just when I see you in your normal and your natural habitat, let's call it, when you're just with your friends, when you're on live, I see it come out. But like, I relate you more to like the Adam Ray's and the Louis Castro's and like that, your comedy and your wittiness and your funniness and your relatability. Because I'm a fan, I watch their videos every time they have a new video every week. I'm watching it. But I see you. I have a vision of that. Like you said, YouTube. So it's just funny to me because that's how I see you.
For sure.
And with that being said, do you see that being a part of your, the next year of maybe going into the YouTube realm?
Yeah, for sure. I like upcoming, like I'm motivated by Halloween.
Okay.
So I have a few different little sketches that I want to like.
Is Halloween your...
I just love Halloween. Okay, like as Catholic as I am, I just love Halloween. I just want to do some more Halloween sketches.
You hear that spirit, Halloween?
Right?
AJ needs.
I know.
Wow.
So that's just my motivation right now, and
taking a breath and living your life. Okay, so outside of AJ and outside of all the fame and the fun and all the things, what do you do for fun? Like, what is who you are at your core? Like, let's start. Like, what do you like to do on the weekends? Like, and I'm not talking going out and maybe to the bar, whatever, which is what we all like to do. Have a great adult beverage, whatever, drink responsibly, all things. But like, what fuels you? Like, do you like to read? Do you watch movies?
I need to start reading, but I don't. I hate to read. I need to read. But I enjoy being at home.
Okay.
If not my home, other people's homes.
Okay.
Watch movies, watch YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube as in like, a Drag Race Untucked that I watched
or Roscoe's,
a million times. Roscoe's or I really big into like ASMR.
Oh.
I love ASMR.
Really? I can't take it.
I love it. But there's different ASMR things that I just like. Right now there's a YouTuber named Female ASMR.
I hate you.
And it's her and her boyfriend or something, her and her husband. And they just do like different things. Like she'll get different like say like little tools that are like kid toys.
Okay, like little textures.
And then she'll just act like she's like
and you eat that
measuring him, like whatever, and she has a pencil with the paper in here, like.
Really? See, I only like ASMR when it comes to food. Like if I watch someone eating a crawfish boil and they're like slurping with like onions.
I like when they have the big crab.
Like show me all that. Like I love all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a homebody then at your core.
I actually really do love being at home.
Okay, me too. But I think, how old are you?
I'm 33. Oh,
yeah.
I just turned 34.
What?
Yeah, last Friday.
Now you're getting old.
Last Friday. Yeah,
you're getting
Friday.
old. Yeah. For me, around like 32, 33, I started to be like, I don't want to go out. Like, you probably can attest to this. You probably rarely see me out. Like, if you're at the strip, you don't see Rueben there. Like, every now and then I'll go out. And when I say the strip, if you're not from San Antonio, I'm speaking about the gay bars. When I go out, you can tell. I mean, people come up to me, they're like, what are you? Tony Andrews will be like, well, I'll give her a tip and she'll grab it and she'll be like, what are you doing here? Like, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. It's usually by chance. But not because I don't. I think I'm too good. It's just I'm just a homebody.
Like I got invited last night because a friend of mine who was from out of town, feel bad. He was like, I'm in town, come have a drink at the weekend. We're at the weekend. I'm like, it's like, boy, I'm in bed. It was 10 o'clock. It was 10 o'clock. And I'm like, I'm in bed. Like, I'm good. Like,
and so you are a homebody. I know you're a family man.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that maybe you haven't disclosed? Like as far as like everyone kind of knows who you are, where you're from. I feel like you are an open book when it comes to just being very straightforward on socials. Like you share your struggles, maybe whether it be financially, whether it be in the industry, whether it be relationship wise, family wise. But is there anything that you feel to this day, and I'm not saying you have to disclose it now, but is there anything that you keep close to you and say like, I don't ever talk about that, but there's for good reason? Or is it just you're like anything?
Just know everything I do has meaning.
Okay.
That's the type of person I am.
Okay.
Everything I do has meaning. Jessica has meaning, as funny as that bitch is.
Yeah.
There's meaning to how she was created. There's meaning to why I chose to have AJ rather than Alex. There's meaning to my love for Selena. There's meaning to just a bunch of things that I do.
Yeah.
And I've always told, like my friend Jose, who was in LA, he's actually the manager for Sando, which is a FedEx guy.
Oh, yeah.
And
because you've done a collab with him.
Yeah. And he will always, for a long time, send me videos of like, this is trending right now. Try to get Jessica to do this. This is trending. Try to do this. I'm like, I don't want to be like, there's trends that I do, and I do them after
they're already
gone, washed out. You know, because we did one. Remember the sun goes down.
We did that one on trend. I think
that was
out
on trend. Yeah,
okay, that's what I thought.
Just kidding. But it just makes sense because we're collaborating.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just never really like. I'm like, no, like I don't want to be following a trend. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I don't do them.
Yeah.
But it's just like
strategic, essentially.
Yeah, I just like want to make sure everything that I do really makes sense.
Is there any advice? Like, what do you tell people? I'm sure people tell you all the time, whether they're in your family or when they see you at the mall or whatever. In your new relationship, maybe his family, whoever, right? We're gonna get him in here at some point. But no, but I guess my question is what is the advice? Like, what have you learned? Like, okay, you know what? Stay away from XYZ.
Stay away from he says, she says.
Okay.
I'm 34. I have no fucking time to be. Oh, this influencer hates me. Well, that influencer talks about you. Oh, I think they were talking about you. And oh my God, did you hear at the pulga? Oh, and did you hear? I don't give a fuck. I got my own problems.
It sounds like
I got my own fucking problems.
It sounds like I need like another episode of like the title's gonna be like the sit down tell all of Jessica. I'm just kidding.
I could. Let me tell you the thing about Jessica. Like I get all excited.
I was gonna say
the thing about Jessica is that she is like very unapologetic.
And she has no filter.
No filter. AJ is very congenial.
Yeah.
Which is the real me, not just for the cameras.
Character, yeah.
Because Alex is the same way too. Alex is just a little bit more, like, what's up, homie?
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, Jessica can just say shit and not like.
And I think to that point though, that's why you can get away with more with Jessica, because it's like, oh, it's just a comedy skit. Like I didn't mean nothing to it. Not in a way to be like beat around the bush or like talk shit without getting in trouble. But it's kind of like you can be funny about it and respectful, right? Because you're very respectful when you're Jessica and you're making jabs at different things. But it sounds like a lot of the turmoil, because that's what I'm getting from you. I'm getting like, this is a lot, and this specifically San Antonio, in this realm, you have to have thick skin. And if you don't have thick skin,
don't have this thick skin, don't even think about, oh, my video went viral. Don't look at the comments because you're gonna cry.
No, like do you feel like the I guess the fans of yours, your followers that are outside of our city, right? Let's talk about like just on the macro end, on a macro side of it all. Do you feel like you get more love from outside places than you do here? And why is that? Again,
San Antonio.
Yeah, that's strange.
Well, my son is a creator. He hasn't got that like you.
You're not even funny.
Oh, you're not even funny. And San Antonio on the map. You're the wrong person for it. I'm like,
did you ever go through a time where you're just like you would get down, like you're sad?
No, I don't give a fuck about what people think.
Okay, so you've always been very unapologetic, very this is me.
I don't give a fuck about what people think. I just get down of the entertainment business right now and social media. Like what people give energy to. I don't like to give my energy to things that make no sense, things that are ridiculous, things that
and that's why too it makes sense as to why you connected with Alan and Rueben, because like when I had them here and they were talking, I was like, wow, what a breath of fresh air. It was nothing. And this is in no offense, I'm not talking about, I mean I am talking about a lot of people here, but my point is that like I wish if we all walked with one of the quotes, I think I even posted it as like a reel or like a clip, was when they were talking about, you said it earlier, everyone has a seat. And like, we will pull you up to our table and we will give you all the tools that we have. It sounds like, I'm not in your realm, but it sounds like locally that may be far and few between. There are people out there that I'm sure that are willing to pull a chair up for you. But there's just a lot that are not.
And because also the thing is, there's a lot of more influencers in San Antonio that I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's connect. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, whenever they do post, like there was an article of people you should be following in San Antonio, and I was on there.
Yeah.
And there was other people on there that I'm like,
you never heard of.
Yeah. But I was like, okay, well, I'm one of those people. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it makes you want to reach out to those other people.
For sure. And but there's some people that people have shown me that it doesn't stay in my head just because I have a million thousand things in my head. Where I'm like, they're from San Antonio? Like yeah, I'm like, wow, okay, like I want to try to connect with them. Like, you know what I mean? Well, you know, whether they're another foodie we never heard about, or they're another content creator, or they're just a pretty person, a pretty girl, or a cute guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing. All my people out there who are good looking, I'm not saying I'm not good looking. I have confidence, but the stereotypical good looking person, if you're a pretty girl, you're a cute guy, you have it so much way easier.
Oh yeah, you have like see, that's how I feel about women in real estate. Like, I'm like, if you're a girl, you have a step above, because you can be a certain look that maybe certain people like to work with. You know what I mean? Like, for me in real estate, it's like when you're a gay man, you're already at the bottom of the totem pole. A lot of people don't think that, but when you're in the industry,
yeah. But think about it, you're the only gay man in San Antonio who are just doing content.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But like, you're in your head, right? Like, you're in your head and you're like, God, if I was a woman, I would dress like this, and I would walk into a room like this, and I'd be very Selling Sunset or whatever, right? But to your point, like you're saying, like, if you're already attractive, you're the cookie cutter Ken doll, Barbie doll, whatever in your realm, you feel like, well, they're already a leg above me because they're attractive, and people are going to be attracted to them in a bikini or them in whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like there was this like young kid who's an influencer here. What are we good on time?
No, you're good.
Okay. This kid that's an influencer in San Antonio. That he's like a little, like he's maybe middle school, and like he has videos of. They have the videos on his Instagram of little girls like running after him at the mall. And well, the parents are the ones that run his social media. Oh shit. And they reach out to me like trying to get like the Spurs connect for his son, their son. They followed me, and then once I gave them the connect, they unfollowed me.
No. Oh, yeah. I figured that those are the instances that happen. Yeah. But like, that's crazy. Like,
and like for me, like when it's a kid like that, I'm like, okay, even in my mind, I'm like, what can I do to help this guy without it looking weird?
Right.
You know what I mean? What can I do with this kid? Because there's this kid, I'm sorry, I can't think of his name right now. No, okay. But I have his dad on Facebook, he's also from the South Side. Okay. And his son goes around interviewing different like local owners of restaurants, athletes, and you know, but his kid has it. He's like, "What's up, guys? It's me." Like, and he's in elementary still. Yeah. You know, but no, yeah, elementary still. And like, I told him, I was like, "We're gonna work together. I just don't know when. Yeah. Let me know, because I don't want to. You know the way people are. Oh, they're just big gay man. With the
fourth grader.
People are stupid. But like, I just see so much potential in people like that, and I want to help.
Well, yeah, because you know what I mean? Like, it took you a minute to get to where you're at, and you're an adult. For him to be at the caliber that he's at, with the confidence and the direction for that young. Okay, so I do something. We're rounding out the conversation here, but I do something with every single guest that I have on. I've done it with every single every episode, and going back to little Rueben, remember I told you, like, it was because no one looked like him. There was no one when we were growing up that was doing things that we're doing. Yeah. And so part of the podcast, I felt it was important to give you the opportunity, because there are little Alexes out there that are looking at you, whether they're in the Fitch area, or they're fucking by La Cantera, right? They're in Bernie, they could be. But there are a lot of them out there that are looking to do what you have done. And I think that far too many times we forget to like reflect on all the things we have done. So whether you're looking, you can look at the camera, you can look at your boyfriend, you can look at me, you can look wherever you want. But I want you to give a message to little Alex. And remember that little Alex comes in different shapes and sizes, meaning like little Alex could be a 32-year-old man watching this. So if you could, what would you say to little Alex as far as knowing what you know now and how to encourage him and to remind him to keep going?
Keep being yourself. That's for sure. Keep being yourself. Don't change for anybody. And also, it's very important to stay humble. If not, God is going to humble you real quick. I experienced that. Then also, to never forget where you come from. That's not only where you were born, but where your blood comes from. Never forget that. And also, to family is everything. Like, never push your family away. Because at the end of the day, they got you. Unfortunately, now a lot of people's families are like that.
Yeah.
But if you have a family like mine that loves you, then
you're
let
good.
them be there.
You're strong. Yeah. I like that. I think that, as we finish up the episode, I think it's important. If you didn't know AJ before, you've been living under a rock. But there's far and few between when it comes to naming the people that stay who they are at their core. There's not many people in this world, in this industry, that fight for what they believe in. And I think that you do a good job at it with your comedy, with your personality. You may not be out holding a sign, fighting against maybe social injustices or whatever it is you feel comfortable with. But you're inspiring other people to find their voice. So if you're watching or you're listening on any of the platforms, at least take that away. Like I said, if you don't know who AJ is, you've been living under a rock, but all his information is going to be in the description. Thank you for coming and sitting down. I think that this deserves a part 2 at some point. But I see you and I hear you, and I think that today's episode was probably a little bit different than anything we've ever done. Meaning, like, you were just an open book, and I think
you're chilling, just like,
well, yeah, you're an open book, and I think that we need that more because we need to uncover things that are maybe not the nicest and the best that are happening in our own backyard, so that we can be better. You know what I mean?
And there's something that I want to say real quick.
Go.
That got attention from her. It caught her attention because I shouted out Heidi in the closet.
Oh,
from Drag Race.
Yeah.
In the previous podcast, I had said, Heidi, because I think, I don't know what it was, but I'm like, the most advice I can give you if you want to do comedy or start your own business, people are going to talk and people are going to try to fuck you over. People are going to try to like mess with your mind. But the way Heidi in the closet said in the Drag Race, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you. I'm gonna worry about Heidi. So honestly, like, it sounds so funny, but that's my mindset all the time. Like, in the most respectful, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'm gonna worry about me right now.
Yeah, respectfully,
fuck you. Yeah. I'm gonna worry about me.
And on that note, thank you guys for listening. That was actually the best way we could close out this episode. Thank you again. And get ready for the next episode. We'll see you guys soon.